is Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis as she is in the midst of misconduct allegations. House Republicans are seeking information on whether Willis used grant money meant for an at-risk youth program for unrelated expenses.
And Willis is also facing accusations of misconduct that she allegedly hired her romantic partner to be an attorney, Nathan Wade, in the Georgia election interference case.
In a court filing on Friday, she admitted that she had a personal relationship with the lawyer she appointed to lead the investigation into former President Donald Trump. She shared that she had taken vacations with him. The judge overseeing the case sent an email to the defense attorney who had first accused Willis of misconduct.
In her filing, Willis asked Fulton County Superior Court to be able to cancel her evidentiary hearing on the accusation. She says the relationship did not create a conflict of interest, did not financially benefit her, and should not be used now by those that she says criminally conspired to try to overturn the 2020 election to evade justice.
Well, Queen City News Chief Legal Analyst Khalif Rose joins us now. And Khalif, so what happens next here in the Trump Georgia election interference case?
This case has a lot.
Now, Mrs. Willis, can we talk about it? I just want to talk about it. Another episode of the Healthy Discussion Show. Mrs. Willis. That's a married man, Mrs. Willis. See, this goes to show the modern woman concept, right? They think they could do whatever. No, you cannot. There's consequences for your actions, right? So if she's running around town with a married man that supposedly is on this case, you don't think Donald Trump has enough money and enough pull and power to find out everything that he needs to find out about you? That's where you went wrong. You barked up the wrong tree. And an apple fell off and hit you on the head, Willis. Now, as far as conduct, as far as her, these are all allegations. Now, as far as her spending money in order for government assistance programs and she found the loophole out of that, I'm not too sure about that. But what we can, let's just focus on what we are sure about. The rest is speculation. What moral compass do you have for dating or going on vacation with a married man? What blessings would you then receive? Or would it then be just a curse? Because to me, it seems like this was a curse, Fani. You're representing, you have a Young Thug and a YSL case. You have President Trump's case. You may be barking up the wrong tree. And we all know what happens in Atlanta. It doesn't stay in Atlanta. It's not like Vegas. What happens in Atlanta make it to an internet near you. Can we talk about it? So what this shows is that, and put a one down in the chat. Put your opinion down in the chat. Let me know what you think. As far as standards for women, right? What does this show you? She's in a high-ranking position. She's in a corporate world. She's the DA. That's a prestige position. But it seems as if she had the same characteristic and behavior of just a regular employee. And I thought that it was actually illegal for you to date inside your corporation. It would be conflict of interest. But yet everyone does it. I don't get that part. They say never mix business with pleasure, and I'm here to tell you, don't ever mix business with pleasure. It's plenty to go around. So all I'm saying is, Fani Willis, if you already knew that this man was married, why didn't you go talk to a man that wasn't married? Was it the fact that the satisfaction of it was wrong? That's why you was like, hey, let's make this right? So I'm saying it all to say, right? We have to hold her accountable for her actions just as much as she's the DA. She's holding her clients accountable for their actions. So do you guys believe that she should be, she should step down? Put a 1 in the chat if you believe she should step down. Put a 2 in the chat if you believe that she should have no type of consequences based on her actions. But we all know that her laundry has just been aired out. The internet has it now. And one thing I can say about the internet, It is undefeated. Let me repeat, you can make up anything. If that's your niche, making up things, it is undefeated. But some sort of accountability must be held with this. Because this will go ways to say, hey, ladies, when you're in a high position, modern woman, modern concept, you're basically like an escort. When you're in this position, you can talk to Tom, Dick, and Harry. But we all know Tom, Dick, and Harry comes with what they come with. Diseases, drama, baby mama drama, all those things. And we wonder why, as a community, we can't go forward. Because the structure isn't there. The infrastructure has been corrupted. The infrastructure, to me, they're celebrating the things that don't even bring in a dynasty, that don't even celebrate family, that don't even celebrate you being inside of a family niche. It actually celebrates you being outside of it. Everything is I, me, and singular or modern woman escorts. I could talk to him, and him, right? But there's consequences for talking to him, and him. You know, so as people, we have to do better. That's the only way. And you start with yourself. You don't start with anybody else. You start with yourself. So Fani Willis, you have to do better. Because what you represent is kind of ill. It's like, this is how she really is. But hey, she's probably over 40. She probably had someone that could potentially be a long-term partner, but she decided to go the money route, right? And once you choose capital over family, you'll see what happens. Why you think most of these women is in high position? Because they decided to choose capital over family. So they have to do these belligerent things. They have to go talk to another married man in order to feel satisfied when that can actually come back to bite you, in which it did. It did. It messed up your whole case. It messed up everything that you stand for, your integrity as a DA. It goes to show that you're very sloppy at what you do. And you don't care if you are talking to someone that you're working with. It never goes far, because a woman gonna put their feelings in it and a man gonna be distracted from being in it. So imagine if you're the owner, you're the boss, and you decided to see that both of your employees, they're coming together like this. That's a problem. There's a conflict of interest, because as soon as one person get mad, one person get upset, or as soon as the world find out, now look what happened. It goes back. And guess who's misrepresented, or guess who has to take all of the smoke for this? It's the Atlanta DA office. Now the whole thing is looking corrupt, because they're committing corrupt act for people to investigate and say, well, if they're doing this, well, then what else are you doing? What aren't you guys telling us? You know, so let this be a lesson. It's a lesson within everything, right? We're not the one to judge, but let there be a lesson in this. Ladies, you have to be accountable. You shouldn't be talking to the married man in the first place, and you should never talk to somebody that you work with, right? Business and pleasure don't mix. And it's a reason why this saying, been saying it for a while. There's so many cats to choose from. There's so many men, ladies that y'all could choose from. So it's no excuses. There's no excuses. Yes, that may be your work husband, your work this, your work that, because you spend a lot of time with these people. But just because you spend a lot of time with these people, what if you had kids? Fani Willis, if you had kids, how are your kids looking at you? How are your daughter looking at you? How are your son looking at you? How's the generation that's going to make sure that you're straight? How would they look at you now? Do I even want her to be straight? She have a mental problem. Can we talk about it? I just want to talk about it. On that note, smash that like button. Tell a friend to tell a friend. This is the beginning. This is not the end. Subscribe to the channel. That's just how you pay me for it. And let's just do better. Let's just do better. On that note, peace, blessings, and love.